Hi everybody, welcome back. So today the star of the show is going to be this fresh loaf of bread, homemade, mind you. Now, I know you're thinking, I'm gonna do a whole video showing you how I cooked and put together and kneaded, made a fresh loaf of bread. That's not this video. I don't know how to make bread. I really don't. Luckily, I was in contact with my dear friend George Sabatino. You may remember Chef Sabatino from previous videos here and here. But recently we got to talking, and he's been at home perfecting his bread game. Here I am with a fresh loaf of bread made with love from a dear friend. And I figured, what's the best way to honor both my friend, Chef Sabatino, and this fresh, beautiful loaf of bread? And I thought, I want to make a filet o fish. So, today, on Cooking with Manus, we're going to make a filet o fish with this beautiful, fresh loaf of bread. I love filet o fishes, and I'm trying to fight the urge to order some more McDonald's and Uber Eats. So today, we're going to make some filet o fishes. As a bonus treat, you're also going to be able to watch George in the making of this loaf of bread while I make, or prepare at least, the filet o fish. If you're gonna make some filet o fish, you're gonna need some fish. Here I have 2 fillets of flounder, tartar sauce, 2 slices of cheese. I got some chopped green onions here. I know in a filet o fish you probably expecting some thin slices of lettuce, but this is my filet o fish, so I guess I'll be working with some sliced green onions. So the last time I did this, the fish came out super bland. Even after the breading, even after the baking, the last time I did this, it came out really bland. So I called for help and asked for help from Justine. That's my wife, and she said to marinate it in salt and pepper and mirin. Here we go. Aji mirin. Mirin. It's Japanese. It's made by Kikuman, the same people that make your soy sauce. Sweet cooking rice seasoning, product of Japan. So yes, that's mirin. Thanks, Justine. So, again, this has been marinated in mirin, salt and pepper, both sides, so that we get some flavor and some seasoning into the fish itself. Now, I'm going to be using fried chicken batter. Haphazardly. Ooh. And this is not, these are really thin fillets of fish where you don't want the layer of fry to be too thick, really. So I'm about to fry 2 pretty thin fillets of flounder. You don't need that much oil, but you do need 1 thin layer to kind of coat it. I'm waiting for the oil to heat up. And yet again, cooking is patience. I love that sound. I love the sound of frying. Okay. This is pretty quick. We're talking like 30 seconds to a minute here. Don't break apart. Don't break apart. Do what you can to make sure it doesn't break apart. There we go. Oh, yeah. All right. So, we fried our fish. You might want to pat it down, get rid of some of the oil. All right. See? That was pretty quick. Waiting for the oil to heat up actually takes longer than cooking the actual fish, especially because I'm dealing with some, again, thin fillets. So, fish, rock and roll. Let's move that out of the way for a second, and let's go back to the star of the show. Now here we have this beautiful homemade loaf. I have the perfect tool for this. We've had this bread knife for a while. And we never actually had bread that we needed a knife like this for, but now we do. So, George, thank you. Thank you, George, for helping us give us a reason to use our new knife. Whoa. Bread knives are cool. Now that is a beautiful loaf of bread. I mean, this is what you would imagine bread supposed to look like, fresh. And it smells amazing. Like, you can understand, the smell of bread is actually what makes us hungry. What a treat. Thank you so much, George. What an amazing treat. Wow, fits perfectly. As if it was meant to be here. Oh, look at that. Actually, I think one slice is enough. You got some cheese on one of them. I know in a traditional filet o fish, you've got your sliced lettuce, but here I'm just going to throw in some green onions. A nice little touch. Creativity is a big portion of cooking. So it may not be a proper filet o fish. I mean, you could easily call this a flounder sandwich. Um, but when you're dealing with fresh bread or even sandwiches in general, I mean, you create, what you love. You put in a sandwich exactly what you love. And when you're when you're making somebody for somebody else, it's just this amazing feeling that you're creating something that's going to be delicious and you want to do the best you can at it. Even if it's a sandwich, even something as simple as my faux filet o fish, um, I'm working off of bread. Thanks, George. That's unbelievably fresh, delicious, and made, with care. So we were going back texting, and George was sending me photos, of the steps of his creations and some of his other loaves, and we were just so blown away with the freshness and the beauty of the bread, and it's just like, it's really awesome that, in these times, especially when we don't have contact with one another, and we can't go out and do the normal things that we do, to socialize, to tell people, you care about them, to even show up. Sometimes, virtual happy hours and text messages and videos, can be, a bit like, impersonal, but there's something really special when, people still have the ability to create things for you. And think about that when you're going out, and trying to get restaurants to deliver food for you, when folks are cooking for one another, there's still something very personal about that. And again, even in my faux filet o fish, there's something very, very personal about this. There's something very, that, it may be something generic, but it's something that speaks to home, especially when you're working with ingredients that are made with tender, loving care. So I am a filet o fish fiend. Oh, oh, that's a good filet o fish. Dare I say, better than a filet o fish. My goodness. So that's the lesson today. Just reach out. It's just sometimes the smallest gesture can mean so much to people. And, just really having George, you know, having something here in my filet o fish that, was partly created and, sent to me with love from a dear friend, it means something. Just reach out. Sometimes the smallest gesture means a lot, especially in these days. To remind each other that, hey, I'm still here, and I'm still here. And you know what? That when this is all said and done, that if this is how much love and this is how much joy can be brought through these simple interactions, just think about how much joy you're capable of bringing to other folks out there when this is all done, right? So there's hope and there's a lot of goodness that can be had. So enjoy, be good to one another. If you like what you see, if you enjoyed my co-working faux filet o fish, like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Be safe and enjoy out there.